Today we are going to be looking at an inexpensive offering from the Pilot Pen Corporation. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Pilot Explorer. It's inexpensive, it is light, and it is a great writer. So stay tuned. The Pilot Explorer comes in this cardboard box with the Pilot logo, and it comes with the, this label on the back. Open it up, and this is, I like this case. My Metropolitans came in the same case. Sorry about the smudge marks on it. And I think, it's all plastic. It's, nothing really fancy, but it looks fancy. I think, anyway. You open it up. Also, inside you have your typical use and care guide. Open it up. You have the pen, and you have one cartridge there. Open this up. And it also comes with a Con B converter. At least mine did. All right, so here you have it, and I like this design that Pilot had. Now, if you're familiar with the Pilot story, which I'm not educated enough to go into all the detail, but it goes back to the Pilot's sailing days, and this has this little porthole on the side there. I just think that's a nice touch. The finials on the pen are pretty basic. Nothing too overly fancy or not. So there's these little bitty ridges, and then it's pretty much flat on the top portions of the pen. The clip is a firm clip. It's kind of like a hard plastic. The body of the pen is a plastic of some sort, as well as the grip section here. Here's a view of the nib, and it's just a simple Pilot nib, much like the Metropolitan's nib. Just a difference in some of the wording from the Metropolitan. The Explorer only comes in a fine and medium size tip, but this nib you can swap it out from other pens in the Pilot line. For instance, the Metro, the Pereira, the Plumix, and the Kakuno. So the Kakuno has, you can get an extra fine in it. So if you want an extra fine, you buy a Kakuno or swap it out. The Plumix has a 1.0 stub nib. And if you get it from, let's see, that was in Goulet. From Jet Pens, you can get it with a medium italic, which may be the same thing as a 1.0 stub. The Pereira from Goulet only comes in a fine, but Jet Pens, you can get them in fine and a medium metallic. The Plumix also has a calligraphy set where it has 3 italics, a fine, medium, and a broad. So you can, if you got those different pens with the different nib sizes, tip sizes, then you'd have some variety there. But as is typical with most of these inexpensive pens, there's not always a lot of good selection as far as nib tip sizes. The body of the pen starts out somewhat wide and then narrows down just a little bit. The grip section is a nice, comfortable section to hold. Not too skinny, not too fat. It's just a good size, I think. And of course it flares out toward the tip there. One of the things I really like about this pen, for an inexpensive pen, is its clicking mechanism. Its capping clicking. It's so smooth and gives that nice, satisfying click at the end. I mean, you don't even, it's even better, I think it's even better than, say, the, you know, some of the Diplomat pens, which do a great job in their clicking. But for, what I'm saying is, for an inexpensive pen, this does a great job. Again, you open it up. The Pilot Explorer will take, it comes with the Con B, the bladder type of converter, but it will also take the Con 4, Con 40, and the Con 70. So that's kind of nice. Again, this is a plastic pen, so it is lightweight. One of the things I like about it is the length of the pen, uncapped, is long enough. And if a pen is going to be light, I like it to be longer. It's one of the things I didn't like about one of the more expensive pens I used to own. It's one pen I actually sold. But it was light, but it was so short. You had to post it, and I don't like posting my pens. This pen is, zoom out here, is postable, and it's a comfortable posting. The ridge here is above my knuckle, so I don't have that irritation. And the cap is lightweight enough that, I mean, really, I could write with this posted and it would be fine. I just don't like, you know, this big old thing sticking out. But it does post, and it posts securely. All right, how about we take a look at the size comparisons, and then we'll do a writing sample. Here we have the Pilot Explorer next to the Metropolitan, the Pilot Custom 823, TWSBI Eco, and the Lamy Safari. And here we have them unposted and posted. Okay, so we have the Pilot Explorer. This is a medium nib, but it writes much like a fine nib, and I am using, because obviously it's a Japanese pen, and so their tip sizes are a little smaller than their comparative European sizes. The ink I'm using today was actually, I got this as a bonus from Goulet Pens was running a special on some Diplomat pens, and I went ahead and got 3, which gave me 3 different inks of the Monteverde, Sweet Life series, and this is Iced Cookie. It actually looks a little bit different somewhat on this paper than some of my other paper, but here's a picture of the packaging. Then as far as wetness, okay, it's a nice moderately wet pen here. I think it's great. This is a nice writer. Now it's not quite as smooth as my Metropolitan medium, but I may have smoothed that nib. I'm not sure, and I think the Metro writes a little closer to a medium than what this does. But yeah, there's no hard starts, and if you write it on Rhodia, it's really nice. I do my journaling, and the paper I use is kind of a rougher paper anyway, you know, in some of those inexpensive journals. But anyway, yeah, no hard starts or skipping. It is a great writer. Reverse writing, more feedback, but does a great job in reverse writing. Of course, you're getting a what I would call an extra fine tip size there. I'm not going to try to flex this. Well, let's see. It's not an inexpensive. It does have some flex, so you get some line variation there if you so desire. Of course, non-flex nibs, you have to press down more, so it's not that much fun. All right, so what do I think of this Pilot Explorer? Yes, I like it. And as you saw in the earlier, the Pilot Explorer comes in a variety of colors, and so you have really a lot to choose from. And so there you have it. I enjoy this pen. I'm glad I bought it. It will be in my lineup. I like to switch up my lineups a little bit, but there you have it, the Pilot Explorer. Hey, thanks for watching as we took a look at this really wonderful little pen, and I hope that you will get this pen at some point, try it for yourself, and if you already own one or aspiring to own one, why don't you put a comment below and just share your experiences. All right, thanks a lot. You guys have a good day.